Embla Books presents The Girl Beyond the Gate, written by Becca and read by Clare Kissane, Stephanie Racine, and Imogen Wilde.
Prologue. Unlike my neighbours, I'm not interested in catching a glimpse of the dead body in the community centre. My stomach is twisting itself into knots, and the last thing I want to see right now is a black sheet-covered gurney being wheeled out. Part of me doesn't even want to look out of my bedroom window. I just want to hide away and pretend none of this is happening. But I need to get an idea of what's going on, and just how much I ought to worry. From my view, I can just about see the residents crowding behind the yellow tape while the flashing lights of the police cars and ambulances illuminate their faces. Marissa Diaz's arms gesticulate wildly above her head. I can just imagine what she's saying. Marissa tends to drift into her native Spanish when she becomes passionate about something. And if anything is going to bring out the passion in the women of Kensington Grove, it's a murder. For a community that never experiences any excitement beyond the annual duck race, 2 unexpected deaths in less than a month is to the local gossip machine like mother's milk to a baby. First the suicide, or at least what they say was a suicide, and now this. The residents are, of course, expressing the appropriate amount of concern. Some are even wiping tragic tears from their cheeks. But everyone knows the main reason they're standing out in their slippers and dressing gowns on this frosty November morning is to find out all the juicy details. Perhaps even sneak a peek. I wonder if any of them are talking about Lacey. The longing to check on her, to make sure she's okay, tugs at my heart. Blinking away a few stray tears, I pull my attention away from the residents, and instead train my eyes on the grim-faced police officers, attempting in vain to read their lips as they mutter to one another. I recognise a couple of them. That's how complicated my life has become. One of the officers glances this way, and for a fleeting second, I'm sure he's looking straight at me. I'm imagining it, of course, but panic roils in my stomach all the same. No doubt the police will want to speak to every resident of Kensington Grove, and, with everything that's happened over the past few months, I know I'm going to be the prime suspect. It's true. The list of potential suspects is pretty much confined to the residents. That's the whole point of a gated community. No one can get in unless they have a key card, and that fact means crime levels tend to be low to non-existent. The worst crime, previous to this, as far as the other residents are concerned at least, was when Sally's son Marcus set fire to the old shed out on the allotment. She'd been the talk of the community for weeks, and almost seemed pleased when the suicide became the hot gossip, as it took the heat off her and her son. The low crime rate is one of the things hiking up the house prices so much. The promise that it's one of the safest places you can live. And then, no, I'm not imagining it. Now some of the women are turning to look at me too. Heidi, Sally, Marissa. I flinch away from the window, concealing myself behind my curtain, and take 3 slow, measured breaths. I need to go down there. It looks odd me not joining the residents, especially given everything that's happened this year. Like I've got something to hide. Of course I do. But they don't need to know that. My plan is already in motion. Everything is resting on what happens over the next 24 hours. I can't afford to make a single mistake. Chapter 1. 108 days before the murder. Jodie. Jodie Madison? A stylish guy, in his late 30s at a guess, dark hair flecked with grey, smiles through the arched gates as I sit in my car waiting to be admitted.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?